In November of 2010, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, or Dragon Boru Raging Blast 2, or I probably just fucked up that Japanese translation, but was released. This is a 2010 sequel of the 2009 game Dragon Ball Raging Blast. I've been asked to review this game quite a bit since my Sonic Generations review, since it's the most popular game on my channel, so even though the game is 2 years old, I thought I would review it anyway for people who wanted to buy it in the future. Just like last time, everything I say in this review is my own personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Alright, now on to the review. Alright, now for the story. Alright, there isn't one. Yes, this game has no Dragon Ball Z story mode. This game has replaced story mode with Galaxy mode, which is a new feature where you go through many challenges to unlock characters. Every character in the game has Galaxy mode, and there are a lot of characters. Some of the challenges might be frustrating to some people. Challenges that really annoyed me were the near-death missions, where you had to start with barely any health and defeat the enemy who has full health. If I didn't find a way to get around that, I probably would have pulled my hair out trying to win. Personally, I feel that Galaxy mode is a step in the right direction. After all these years, we really don't need a Dragon Ball Z game to tell us a story that we already know. They have made enough games that cover this story very well. I'd rather have them make the fighting mechanics and the other modes better instead of trying to make an incredibly detailed story mode with remastered cutscenes. Ultimate Tenkaichi. Playing through the Galaxy mode isn't that rewarding. Unless you are bored and have a lot of time to kill, I wouldn't recommend you trying to do the Galaxy mode all the way through after you've gotten all the characters. You don't get an achievement on Xbox, and I don't think you get a trophy on PS3. All you get is a movie that's just a credit screen with Battle of Omega or BTG music playing in the background. The Galaxy mode is good if you are a person who likes challenges, but but for some people, Galaxy mode can be very tedious and can make it extremely annoying to unlock all the characters. I'll stick to the voice acting in here too. The voice acting is the same as Kai, so yes, you have the Colin Clickenberg Gohan and the Chris Ayres Frieza. It depends on what you think of Kai voice acting for you to judge, but honestly, even if you don't like Kai voice acting, I don't see it as a viable reason to not buy this game.
Show you what my dad and I accomplished together! I'll wait a little longer before finishing.
Brother, you know that I must be the strongest in the universe.
Alright, that pretty much wraps up Galaxy mode or story, whatever. Now for the gameplay. Okay, this is a good part. The gameplay in Raging Blast 2 is similar to the gameplay of the old Budokai Tenkaichi games. Yes, I know they're not the same exactly, but a few of the fighting mechanics in RB2 are similar to BT3, like the finishing of the combos, the freedom of flying all around the map, the boost with ultimate attacks, and other stuff like that. This game is easier to pull off combos, so playing this shouldn't be a big challenge for you. The controls are simple and you don't have to press extremely weird button combinations to pull off a combo. The free roam fighting in this game is great for me because I feel like I'm playing as the person from the anime instead of having the game do it for me. Ultimate Tenkaichi. The one gripe that I have with this game is the difficulty in battle mode. Playing this game on the hardest difficulty is a joke. It is incredibly easy to win against the opponent while the difficulty is on very strong, and the max computer item in the game might make it a bit more challenging, but the game still doesn't provide a big challenge for the player, especially if the person is used to playing DBZ games. One thing that the actual gameplay annoys me is how easily people can spam super attacks and ultimate attacks. Honestly, I think you should only be allowed to use your ultimate once in a match. With how much health it takes away and how easy it is to charge up, it makes it pretty stupid to allow it to be done more than once every single battle. With the self-destruct attacks like Majin Vegeta's Final Explosion, Super Boo's Revenge Death Bomber, and the Cyberman Bomb, I feel that if you use those, you should die instead of having a lick of health left. I feel that if you miss the enemy you waste the ultimate, then you should die because it is a self-destruct attack. But if you catch them, then with it and it does enough damage to kill them, then you win. That's only my opinion or idea though. Anyway, in this game is good. The gameplay, it is my opinion, but a tiny bit better than Raging Blast 1's fighting system. Only thing I wish that they had from Raging Blast 1 is that smashing sound whenever you hit somebody. I don't know really if you guys know what I'm talking about, but every time you hit somebody in Raging Blast 1, it made a smashing sound. and it was pretty cool. I wish they kind of had that kind of sound in RB2. But yep, that is it for the gameplay. Now on to the sound. Now for the sound slash music. Okay, the music in RB2 is good. I like it. If you listen to each of them alone, like without playing the game, like when you're fighting, you really don't pay that much attention to the music. But if you actually listen to it in the museum, it's actually pretty good music. I'm not gonna lie, there are pretty good theme songs in this. And this actually depends on two different ways, because there is either one, the Budokai Tenkaichi 2 music that you are hearing from your RB2, or the original RB2 soundtrack. Because, okay, this is what happened. Basically, the guy who made the music for RB2 kind of got in a little bit of trouble because he used some of Kai's, well, I don't know if he took any kind of thing from Kai, but he did take some music parts from Kai and put it in the songs, which he was not allowed to do, so they replaced the soundtrack with BT2 music. So, if you have a BT2 music, then, well, pretty much BT2 music is okay. I don't have a problem with BT2 music, but some of them are a little bit too soft for a Dragon Ball Z game. That's just my opinion, though. I don't really find that some of the BT2 music should be in a Dragon Ball Z game. It seems too soft and, like, puts you to sleep, kind of. Like, songs like Battle of Omega and some of the other original RB2 songs, those are songs that sound like they should actually be in a Dragon Ball Z game because they're fast, they're, like, hard, like, stuff. Like, I like that kind of music, but, you know, some people would disagree with me. Some people would say that the music in BT2 fits the game perfectly. I think that it does fit very well, but I still like the original soundtrack a lot more. Anyways, in full, the sound slash music is pretty great. If you guys really care that much about the sound slash music, I love it, and a lot of other people love it. I don't know which one you guys are going to get, if you're going to get the RB2 or the BT2, but whichever one you get, the soundtracks are both good, so you really don't have to worry about having a bad soundtrack. Now, that's pretty much it for this part of the review, so now time to hop over to the other features. Alright, so now for the other features. Basically, this is just a little segment where it'll be not the same thing as everything else. So basically now I'm going to talk about this mode called Battle Zone. Battle Zone is another mode in this game where you choose a character and then you go through a bunch of zones fighting a character or more than one character over and over and over again. This actually lets you go through the whole zones and it gives you a pretty good challenge. Like, sometimes they'll give you a handicap where, like, you can't use your ultimate attack or you can't do your signature or something like that. It'll do that kind of thing, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like the Battle Zone. So if you like that kind of thing, then Battle Zone's pretty good for you. If you have the game, it's under single play, just go there and hit Battle Zone. Alright, so now for the other features. Alright, well, as I said before, World Tournament. Now, World Tournament, it's alright in this game. World Tournament is kind of weird compared to the other Dragon Ball Z games, especially the old ones. It doesn't really stick to the anime that much. Like, all it really has is the announcer and Hercule if you're in the Cell games. And that's pretty much it. And you fight on the maps. That's pretty much it. There's no real roster that's, like, set up for you. It just picks randomly for as many characters as you want. It doesn't really make you want to keep playing it, completely honest, but online when you will play with World Tournament, it actually is pretty fun. Okay, now the customization. Customization is pretty cool in this game. I do like how they have so many items. The thing that I kind of, well, I don't really hate at all because it's not really a bad thing at all, but Goku's Spirit Bombs, like Super Spirit Bomb and Large Spirit Bomb, and the regular Spirit Bomb are all different ones on the same one character. They don't have different versions of Goku, they just have items to make you use the Large Spirit Bomb or the Super Spirit Bomb. The thing that sucks is that you might forget sometimes to put that on if you really want to use it. And that, I don't know, I wish that they would let you switch the ultimates in this game from the actual menu. Like when you hit Ultimate Customize and you choose to customize a character, I wish it would let you switch ultimates just like you could switch supers. But that's just a pet peeve. I don't really think that that's really that much of a terrible thing, because they still have the ultimates in the game. I mean, they could have easily just not had them in the game, which kind of would have sucked. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that part. And next, or pretty much last thing, last thing right before that, Character Encyclopedia. I know that nobody gives a flying fuck about this because it's not really a huge thing, but they do give you if you don't know much about Dragon Ball Z, they give you some character encyclopedias so that you know about the characters and know about their backgrounds and stuff. If you don't really know much about Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Or G? Well, I don't really know. No GT because this is Raging Blast 2. And the last thing, the movies. And the movies, really the only one that's worth watching, completely honest, well, the only two that are worth watching is the opening and the Planet Eradicate the Super Saiyans, which is a OVA that they put on the RB2 disc for everyone. So if you have an RB2 disc, you definitely have it. Just go to the museum from the menu, then go to view movies, and then you'll find it. But yeah, this is basically an OVA that only is in Japanese. Sorry, but yeah, that is only in Japanese. I was a little bit sad too about that because I don't really like Japanese Dragon Ball really much. Anyways, this is just a movie surrounding Hachiyak, which is another character, another villain, and he's also in the battle mode. So if you watch the movie, that's how you actually unlock him. You actually watch the movie and then you unlock Hachiyak. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for that part. And yeah, the movie's good, and I really don't have a problem with it. It's only 20 minutes, but it's not really a movie. It's a special episode, I guess you could say, but yeah, that is it for that part as well. I want to touch a little bit on the what-if characters as well, because I really didn't touch on them during the gameplay because they really didn't fit in there for me. But basically, they have a few what-if characters, or a few characters that really aren't usually in Dragon Ball Z games. For instance, they have Broly Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. Now, as you guys know, hopefully, none of these characters are in the anime. None. Never were. Never. Okay? And they decided to put them in there. And since the first Raging Blast game, they put Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta, and Broly in there, which is a pretty cool addition. I'm not gonna lie. They gave them pretty good supers and stuff for just characters that they made right out of the blue. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And they have Tarble from the OVA, Yo Son Goku and Friends Return, which is also pretty cool. I'm glad that they added him in there, because I really never thought they would add him in a Dragon Ball Z game. I don't know if he was in BT3 or not, but you know, having him in a Dragon Ball Z game is pretty cool. And yeah, so, and then there's, of course, there's Hotshot, which I just said. He's a special character. That is pretty cool. His supers aren't that terrible, and, you know, he's a pretty good character. So yeah, that is it for the other features. Now for the final verdict. Alright, now for the final verdict. Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 is a good game. I like this game. I played it for a long time on my channel, as you guys know. And this game is pretty it's not top notch really, it's actually pretty alright. Some of you guys who are the, oh man, BT3 is the only Dragon Ball Z game ever, might not like it because of that, but it is similar to BT3 in some ways, or at least to me, and a lot of people see similarities between this and BT3 as well. But yeah, if you're looking for good graphics, this game is it. If you're looking for a story mode, this game is probably not it for you. Probably go back to Raging Blast 1 and look at that, because that's probably more of what you're looking for if you're looking really for a story mode. This game has a bunch of characters, the most characters on the Xbox 360 so far, and PS3 of course. And yeah, that is pretty much it. The game is solid. I do recommend you buy it. I don't find any real problems with this game. Sometimes the combos are a little hard to get out of. And yeah, pretty much that's it for this review, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this. It was pretty tough to put this together, just like the Sonic Generations one. But I hope you all enjoyed this. And yeah, that is it for this review, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. And yes, that is it for me, guys. Peace out.